Well, Friendship is Magic is a kind of TV show that reminds you of the 90s.
It's simple, direct, and fun. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is unique to me. Now this is just my perspective, in that it's entertaining without being overly complicated.
Well, I think Tara Strong, I think it was Seattle, Washington last year at Everfree Northwest. People asked, somebody asked her, why do you think adult males love My Little Pony? And it basically summed it up. She summed it up, Lauren Faust.
I know there's a number of theories. My personal taste on it would be, for me, the creator of this new generation was Lauren Faust. And a lot of us who grew up in the 90s knew her for like the big titles, Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Children. And those are both amazing cartoons and everyone loved them for whatever reasons. So I think part of that is because of her direction.
Well, as growing up, I watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack, and the people who created those went in to create My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and I think that's why it got so popular, is that the same people doing the stuff that we grew up on now did this new project.
And that's why people in the fandom are in between 18 and 28. Generally, they're within that 10-year range. So people that really liked those 90s cartoons, they see this. They see the dynamics in the characters. They see, the culture, pop culture references. There's, they make fun, little puns and everything. Just reminds you everything of it, just 90s.
The art styles, the writing, the references to things that adults will find funny, like in one of the episodes where the Cutie Mark Crusaders are bowling, there's a reference to the Big Lebowski.
I mean, you have 6 strong character archetypes that don't rely on what you would normally think. I mean, they're a bit deeper than just an archetype, and they're also unabashedly female, which is something that you don't really see very often. You see females playing masculine gender roles, and you see masculine, males playing this uber man, but you don't really see very often a group of characters who are distinctly female, proud to be, they're girls, but they're not defined by the fact that they are girls. They're actually defined by their deeper characteristics. Not to undermine the fact that they're female either, because that's important. It's this distinct balancing act that you see in real people.
I think because we have people in our lives who are just like them, it's easier to relate to why these characters are so incredible. And there are things in there that everyone will enjoy. There are hints of drama, hints of slapstick comedy. You even got, even stuff that'll put you on the edge of your seat and leave you there until the end of the show, because the storyline is incredible, the cast is great, and the voices are just out of this world.
You know what I think is, honestly, you just take the title of the show, and like they said, friendship is magic. I think that everybody is truly, just like when you get hungry, you look for food to sustain yourself. We all need to eat, we all need to sleep, we all need love, we all need shelter. And I think that in this way, we all need to feel connected to people. So, for us human beings, it's like having friends. And so I think that it's aptly named, in my humble opinion. I think it's, it's one of those things. I think that's why it's got such a universal appeal.
I really think that it comes down to the morals. There's, not necessarily an overt moral in every single one of the episodes. Like there was a show, the Weird Al kid show that he had, and he literally had the moral so driven into people that literally at the beginning of every show, they showed the moral, then they smashed it with a hammer, because he just was so like, this is so blunt, why do we have to be so upfront with what we're trying to teach them? Can't they just watch and learn? And with the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, it's fairly subtle. Like, you really have to sit and look at the characters and how they fit in with one another to really start to get why why I feel this show is such a positive influence.
I definitely think it's because of the animation and the voice acting. Definitely put together. It's really, all the animators are so talented.
I think it's popular because it's a show that people can relate to. It's a show that's, it's funny, it's well written, it has like a lot of emotional moments without being offensive, so parents can still watch it with their kids, people can still watch it with their younger siblings, but it's not dumbed down. Like a lot of shows for kids, I think, don't catch on as much with adults because they're kind of, you know, like dumbed down for kids to understand. But Friendship is Magic has interesting characters, it has good development, good storyline, great songs.
They didn't just make it to entertain little kids like Dora the Explorer or Caillou or whatever. They made it to actually have a plot, to actually make sense, to actually have funny jokes. They have well-written songs, they have well-developed characters.
Well, friendship, we all like that. Magic, who doesn't like that? And when one is the other.
I love that. Anything that joins two thoughts together in a sentence.
Verbs.
I love that.
Love.
Oh, nouns are good too. I like a good adverb. Anything that describes or modifies a verb, I love the hell out of that.
No, I don't think the words "friendship is magic" is the reason why the show had the success that it did, but it's just plain fun. Fun voices, fun colors, fun characters, some great writing.
Some amazing writing.
Some
great production value.
Great production value, and a completely different twist on what the show was before.
Yeah.
And it took off, and I think it's because it's called Friendship is Magic, but it's pretty awesome that that is what it's about, and it's not about, evil is magic.
That would be a bad title.
Yeah, that's Harry Potter.